Over the next few weeks, as we look in more detail at these three options, you're going to see some great possibilities for your sports stream. About a year and a half ago, I sat down and made a very detailed video about how to add overlays to your baseball or softball stream, all within the Mevo app. Now, the how-to for that process has changed quite a bit over the last year and a half, and there are some great third-party sources that are now doing a fantastic job of adding overlays for our scoreboards for baseball, softball, and other sports streaming. I would like to compare three of those options. One, GameChanger. Two, SideLineHD. And three, again, using just the Mevo built-in software, using overlays, transparent graphics in order to get the scoreboard that we're looking for our sports stream. Now, to start with, we'll look at GameChanger. This is the newest one to me. It's not the newest one. It now offers the overlay function in order to allow you to put that onto your stream as it's going out for family members and friends to be able to watch. GameChanger apparently has been working with Mevo because the ability to go live through your Mevo is now integrated into GameChanger. All you have to do is tell it to go live here in the software, and then it's going to send the RTMP streaming URL and stream key over to Mevo, and it goes live no problem. Now, in trying to do that, it's going to open up the Logitech for Mevo Camera app. I don't see it opening up the Mevo Multicam app, but putting this into Multicam is no problem either. And so we see it kind of be, at least the beginning stages of being integrated, GameChanger to Mevo. One of the things I'm learning now is that GameChanger has contracted with Scoreboards for on-the-field scorekeeping. So our high school baseball coach has let me know the new scoreboard going up on our high school field for our home games will be integrated with GameChanger, which means I'm going to be learning this GameChanger software so that whoever keeps the score will be feeding my stream for all the data updates. So as balls, strikes, inning, and score is updated, that will go in, and we won't have to have a second volunteer in order to have that input from someone else's device. It's going to come through the GameChanger integration with the scoreboard itself. Haven't seen how that works yet. This is just a first overview, but apparently that's going to be one of the things I get to enjoy working with during my home games this year. One thing that I'm not sure if I'm a fan of yet or not is that the stream goes to GameChanger, and so that's not going to be streamed to my YouTube channel. I keep a separate channel for those community events here in our town, but it's going to go straight to GameChanger instead, and so that's going to be a little bit different, getting folks used to going to a different spot in order to find these games. And it's not something I'm really looking forward to, but it's the way it is, and so we'll see how it works. I noticed that in GameChanger, it is scored within the GameChanger app, which makes perfect sense, it being a scoring app from days gone by. So whereas we have in the past used either iScore or the Sideline Score part of SideLineHD, it's going to be within the app itself. Again, it's going to have a separate device, especially if you're using multicam, as multicam has to stay on the front, and there's a lot to do there. You wouldn't want to leave it anyway to go and score the game. You'd be switching back and forth. So it does take a device to stream and a device to score, even in GameChanger, if you don't have that on-field integrated scoreboard that apparently some teams are going to. Now, the second of the overlay services is SideLineHD, and this is one that I'm a huge fan of. I used it last year. It is a fantastic, well-executed piece of software, and it's going to push game highlights to parents via text message as soon as they happen. So when this parent's child comes up to bat and the at-bat is over, if they've signed up for the in-game highlight, it's going to send them that at-bat. It's not just for at-bats anymore. It is now, I believe, for pitching performances and for defensive plays as well. Their documentation says it's going to go to that shortstop's parent if they've signed up for that in-game highlight through their text messages, which is a great feature that is unique to SideLineHD. It also keeps highlights on the team page. So when you go to SideLineHD and you sign into your team, you can go into total team highlights, or you can go to your child's highlights and pull if you're needing to put together some kind of promo video for them to send out to other coaches. It's something that you can actually, I suppose, even give them access to, so they can go in and look from the SideLineHD team portal page as well. The SideLineHD software allows you to stream to your preferred platform, which I absolutely prefer. It's going to ask you to put in the RTMP destination when you set up your team in SideLineHD, but then once you go through the software, it's going to give you their RTMP destination that goes into the Mevo app, and so it'll send through SideLineHD onto either Facebook or YouTube, and it can do them concurrently if you need them to, so that it overlays all of the information that you're feeding it before it gets to the destination platform. And whether you use Sideline Score, which is built into SideLineHD, or whether you use iScore, which a lot of folks had been using previously anyway, it's going to feed all of the data that you want, and it gives it in a good package. Now, from last year to this year, I see they have pared down the footprint for the scoreboard, which I'm thankful for. It felt like it encroached a little bit on the field of view from last year's. You can see the difference between these two shots. You're also going to get player cards in SideLineHD, whether it's a pitcher card or a batter card, depending on whether your team is up to bat or in the field. It's going to give you some sponsor graphics. Those are new. I'm not sure that that's been released. Seen it being talked about on their Facebook webpage, their Facebook group page. And so sponsor logos rotating through this bottom right-hand corner is going to be something that is going to be a great benefit to a lot of teams as well. It does require a second device, most likely, to score the app. Because if you're going to be using multicam, it's going to require a second device. If you're using the single cam app and it doesn't have to stay on front, I suppose you can go back and forth. If you're using an iDevice, you can use the slide over feature to have the floating window on one side or the other, and probably manage it on one. But it's going to be a lot going on for one. It would be much better to have two devices going there. I also do know from experience that Pocket Radar is integrated into SideLineHD, and so if you have a parent who's keeping up with that Pocket Radar account, then they can mount their device on the fence. You can use their login, and it will pull straight into your stream. Nothing you have to do there if you've got a parent running Pocket Radar. And then the third option is running your scoreboards straight through the Mevo software, just like the old video showed. Now, multicam is much easier to do scoreboards and overlays than the original Mevo software was. Multicam is much easier to get those scoreboards up and changed, because everything is done with overlay, with the exception of the changing of the score and maybe the inning. Everything can be done just by tapping on or off one of the preloaded graphics. As you can see here, my template is up, and then to change the on base graphic, I just tap this one and it goes to the next one, or tap this one and it goes to the next one. To change the number of outs, if I do balls and strikes, and I don't necessarily do those whenever I'm streaming and doing the public address for a game, but if I wanted to get that detailed, those are just tapped on and tapped off based on what's happening there on the field. And once you've loaded your graphics, it is so incredibly easy to get that score to change, and you stream it to where you want to stream it to. It's not limited as to where it goes. You send it to the destination that you want it to send to. What I'm fired up about is that people have gotten on the bandwagon of sports streaming, especially youth sports, where we can take games and put it in front of family and friends that love these kids that are playing, and they get to watch them from home, and it adds so much to the experience of getting to watch at home. The customizability, if that's even a word, of being able to make your own transparent graphics and load them into your stream allows you to put player cards or scoreboards anywhere on the screen you want to. It allows you to do sponsor logos if you have sponsors that want their logo on top of the stream. It frees you up for all of the possibilities so long as you're willing to do a little bit of work in pre-making some of those graphics. And I think over the next few weeks, as we look in more detail at these three options, you're going to see some great possibilities for your sports stream.